In this session, let's see together what a light yet stylish and neat daily makeup look is like. I've already done my skincare routine. I've applied moisturizer, sunscreen, eye cream, and everything else. I mention sunscreen because in your daily makeup, you absolutely need to take care of your skin. Whether you use a physical or chemical sunscreen, you absolutely must use 2 full fingers worth for your entire face and neck. You need to apply sunscreen. The sunscreen I used is from Everden. It's a physical sunscreen, but it doesn't leave a white cast. As you can see, it's on my skin and you don't see any whiteness. I'm going to use a tinted sunscreen, so that's why I applied 1 finger's worth of this sunscreen and 1 finger's worth of the tinted sunscreen. But if you're only going to use a tinted sunscreen or just a non-tinted sunscreen, you need to apply 2 full fingers worth. Don't forget that the most important part of your skincare routine and daily makeup is sunscreen. Primer isn't essential for daily makeup, but if you want your skin to look smooth and flawless, you can use a primer. It's a misconception that if we apply too many layers of primer and foundation, our skin will get damaged. No! If you use the right product, your skin won't get damaged at all, unless you don't clean your skin. No matter how much makeup you wear during the day, if at night you wash your face really well and deeply and thoroughly cleanse your skin won't get damaged at all. Damage happens when dirt stays in your pores and they get clogged. That's when your skin gets irritated. In my daily makeup routine, I use a primer. Why? Because, for example, if I want my makeup to last well from morning until evening when I'm out or going to work or whatever else, primer helps my makeup look good. A lot of times I just stick with the primer. My skin looks so nice that I skip foundation altogether and just use primer. You can try it too. The primer I really love is the Fenty Beauty Primer, which is soft matte and doesn't make your skin too matte. At the same time, it's really hydrating and evens out the appearance of my skin. I take a good amount of it and apply it all over my face. If your skin is oily, has pores, or any other issue, choose a primer that suits your skin's needs, apply it to your face, and let it absorb nicely into your skin. Then, if needed, you can apply foundation, tinted sunscreen, or whatever else you like on top. See, it's like it blurs the skin and at the same time it brightens me up. It's a really good primer. If your skin is oily, has pores, and you want it to look matte and even, I recommend this primer to you. Benefit the Porefessional really smooths out the appearance of your skin, but use only a very small amount of it and press it well into your pores. Many times, just by applying this primer, you feel like your skin doesn't need anything else. You don't need anything else. With just a little concealer and blush, your makeup is basically done. The primer has absorbed. Since my skin is red and my capillaries are very visible and I have some spots in certain areas, like here, you see? I have a big spot here, so I like to add some color to my skin. And generally, especially in the summer, because I tan my body and make it darker, but I keep my face light with sunscreen. So to match the tones, I always apply something. One of the products I really love is the Ilia Serum Foundations. This serum is both a skincare serum, a sunscreen, and it also has a bit of tint. You can use whatever you have, just like I showed you before. You can mix your foundation with your moisturizer to make a tinted moisturizer. Or you can add a little bit of your foundation to your sunscreen to make a tinted sunscreen. You can get the job done with whatever you have, but with the knowledge you gain, you'll also be able to make better purchases. Personally, since I truly want this particular product to be incredibly lightweight and effortlessly absorbed, I meticulously apply it with my clean hands and gently spread it all over my entire face. However, if you happen to have very oily skin, you might genuinely not appreciate the specific texture of this product. This is primarily because it tends to give your skin a noticeable bit of a healthy, radiant shine and can also leave a slightly oily yet comfortable feel upon application. See, for everyday makeup, this much is enough. Because anyway, we use concealer and that also provides some coverage. You don't need to do heavy makeup. If you don't have good skin and you're still on the journey to improving your skin and don't feel like going out with skin that has acne, blemishes, or anything else, you can first apply something light. like this, and then cover up the spots with blemishes again. You don't have to put foundation all over your face, and even if you do, it's not a problem. But at night, make sure to wash it off really well. But for daily makeup, your skin can look very natural and light. From this point on, it's really up to you and depends on your needs. Some people have such beautiful under eyes, no darkness, naturally bright and pretty, no hollowness, and they say, I don't need concealer at all. Some people want to use concealer like me. Some aren't into blush but prefer contour. Do whatever you like, but try to keep your daily makeup as minimal as possible. What does that mean? It means reduce the number of products you use and the number of steps you take, and just focus on your priorities. What does that mean? For example, for me, Nagar, I just want my skin to have an even tone. I don't want it to have coverage. My under eyes are really important to me. And because I don't want my face to look pale and lifeless, I might put on a little bit of blush. You can do everything if you want. Use bronzer, contour, whatever, but just use a small amount and keep it light so that the difference between your daily makeup and your evening or party makeup is clear. The concealer I want to use is the Makeup by Mario Concealer number 180. It has a slight yellow tint, you see. When I apply it to my skin, it shows, and this helps me not need to use a color corrector anymore. I just apply this much, and that's enough. I don't want to use more than that. Just a little to brighten up my face and cover the darkness under my eyes. You can use a damp blender, your finger, a brush, or whatever you prefer. Just like I taught you, stop blending it out. Look, I also bring a little bit of the product to the sides of my nose, carefully applying it to create that desired nose contour effect, which truly helps to define and sculpt the bridge and tip of the nose, giving it a more refined and slender appearance. There we go. Good. I make sure to blend it out really well, ensuring there are no harsh lines or visible edges, so it looks completely seamless and natural on the skin. And that's the concealer. Personally, in my daily makeup, I don't do cream contour because I think it's a bit much. But if you have very dry skin and don't get along with powder bronzer and contour at all, you can use cream contour instead. But just like I showed you, apply it with a brush. And don't put it directly on your face, just give your skin a bit of a touch. On the other hand, I love cream blush. If I had to choose one, I would pick cream blush. I'm using this blush from the brand Merit. The shade is called Cheeky. For my daily makeup, I don't really need my face to look lifted. I prefer my face to look really fresh and lively. So I apply it more on the apples of my cheeks. I can blend it out however I like with my fingers. I'm not afraid if it gets under my eyes. It gives my face a really lively look, and that's where I finish it. Now, to set my skin, I don't want it to be too powdery. I want my skin to keep that fresh, radiant look, but if your skin gets oily and tends to get shiny in the middle, it's good to use plenty of powder so that your skin stays matte throughout the day, or always carry a puff or foundation with you, so you can blot away any oiliness if needed. To set under my eyes and the center of my face, I use these Huda Beauty pressed powders. My shade is Pound Cake, which I really love. I pick up a bit of it with this powder puff, and I always tap off the excess on the back of my hand. If any concealer has unfortunately creased somewhere on my face, I meticulously clean it up, and then very gently, with a light touch, I set under my eyes like this. That way the part of my makeup and skin that really matters to me, like for me it's under the eyes, gets fixed nicely, and throughout the day I feel confident and good about it. Of course, a lot of the time during the day I don't wear any makeup at all, and I'm not really in the habit of it, and it's not always the case that I lack confidence. But if you want to wear daily makeup, it's better to keep it very light and minimal, and the more, with whatever powder is left on this powder puff, I also set the center of my face and dry it. So you know both the baking and setting techniques. If you have oily skin, or if it's important to you that your skin looks very smooth and even, apply powder all over your face. Since my skin is dry, I prefer not to use too much powder on my face. Now what I'm going to do is apply a little bit of bronzer to my skin to give my face some color, so it looks a bit sun-kissed and at the same time gives a little bit of sculpting to my face. I've already explained the difference between bronzer and contour. Bronzers are warmer, they can be a little bit shiny, and their undertone can lean a bit towards orange. We all know where to apply contour. Contour is used to make the bones of our face look more sunken and defined, while bronzer is for adding warmth to our face, so we apply it to the areas where the sun would naturally hit, making them look bronzed and sun-kissed. For example, on the forehead, on our cheeks, on the chin, and on our nose. Not on the areas where we do contouring. The bronzer I've chosen is the House Labs bronzer, which actually isn't even that warm in tone. But the way I'm going to apply it is similar to how you'd use a bronzer, so you can see the difference. The brush I'm using is a big fluffy brush and its number is E3. Also, remember that the bigger your brush is, the less likely you are to make mistakes. That means there's less chance of it getting patchy or of you applying too much product. I'm adding a bit of color to my forehead with it, see? I'm mostly using a tapping motion because in these areas, there's no powder. That means there's no layer of powder here, and underneath it might still be wet and could get patchy. So for the first layer, I always use a tapping motion on my cheeks a little. I add a little bit of color. Here on your chin, you can also add a little bit of this product just under your jawline, so it effectively casts a subtle shadow. And then finally, a small amount on your nose to complete the look. This way, your face won't look so flat. Now, it's not exactly contouring, but it gives you a bit of a sun-kissed look. You can add or reduce as needed, and even give your whole skin a bit of dimension. Can we use highlighter during the day? Anything is possible, but in my opinion, something that's very shiny and really stands out isn't suitable for daytime makeup. You can definitely use a setting spray to keep your makeup looking good all day, and you can even, throughout the day, you can also use setting spray to keep your makeup looking fresh and revived. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray again. It both refreshes my skin and keeps my makeup in place. And that's it for the quick and easy daily makeup look, which I know, based on what you've learned and your preferences and skin type, you can customize and do it in a way that works best for you. See you in the next session.